What's up, everybody? OrdinarySith here. I hope 2025 is off to a great start for you. Today I will be talking about the games I'm interested for in 2025. I don't really have many due to AAA games being on a complete downward spiral, but I will say I am happy that indie games are finally getting the recognition they deserve. I find myself wondering how many hardworking developers are going to be laid off this year, while publishers continue to not listen to their player base, only their shareholders. We don't want to make money, we just want to appease people who invest in our company. Oh my god. Maybe this year it'll be different. I highly doubt it, but more importantly, I believe this year they're going to break last year's record of layoffs. Moving on, my most anticipated game this year is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, set to release February 4th. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 takes place shortly after the first game, and I highly recommend you guys play the first one. One of the best underrated games out there. Very immersive, but I do believe the combat does turn away most people. It is difficult to learn, but once you get the hang of it, it is complete cakewalk. Soon you'll be like, left swing, right swing, bam, poke in the face with your longsword. They can't block it. That is literally the move that I spammed in that game, and you just bam, poke them right in the face, and they die. Like I say in my previous videos, take your time. You got this. I believe in you. KCD 2 is no doubt going to improve combat and many other aspects of the game. I can't wait to be able to use that crossbow. Did you see that fucker get domed at the beginning of the video? I know you did. I barely used archery in the first one. It was pretty terrible, if I'm being honest. Or maybe I'm just pretty terrible. I mean, have you guys seen my other videos? Moving on, if you play KCD 1, hoard your savior schnapps. That item is used to save your game, as the devs don't want you save scumming in order for your choices to have meaning and impact. I hope in the second game, savior schnapps will be a lot easier to access in the early game compared to the first one. That was hell. February 4th can't get here fast enough, and I promise to have a review for you guys as soon as I can. Next up is Killing Floor 3, and I can promise you guys that game will be better than any current zombies that Call of Duty is shitting out over the past few releases. The second game was amazing with a kick-ass soundtrack that made you hype to kick some Zed ass. In the third game, a mega corporation produced a mass army of bioengineered monsters, Zeds. You join a group called Nightfall. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Team up with your friends in an attempt to save humanity, and hopefully all of us can play together. We can have some kind of subscriber weekend and just game out. I just need you all to come together as a collective and give me your dosh. For those of you who haven't played the previous game, dosh is just money. And I'm a medic, which means I need to spam my heals and do my 10 out of 10 strat, which is throw grenades at my feet and just heal myself. Seriously, I did that so many times in the second game. All you gotta do is get a shotgun, use your heals, and just get the Zeds in a circle, give them the old treatment, and pick off the rest with your shotgun. 10 out of 10 strat, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Killing Floor is set to release sometime in March, and I look forward to playing it with you guys.
This thing of ours, it's a brotherhood.
Whacking their way up net. Wait, hold on a second. That didn't sound right. Mafia The Old Country is the fourth installment of the Mafia series. The first game was great. Second was a masterpiece. And the third one, well, it had an alright story. Revenge stories can only take you so far, in my opinion. My biggest problem is that Lincoln Clay is a boring character with a one-track mind, and that repetitiveness of the go destroy the opposition shit. They lose power. Go kill or spare the enemy leader of said opposition. Rinse and repeat. This new installment sees us go back to where it all began. The 1900s in Sicily, we play as Enzo Favera, I hope I said that right, and our come up in the organized crime. My only concern is that mistakes from Mafia 3 will be brought over to the old country. I do not want any of those repetitive missions like we had in Mafia 3. I don't know why they decided to go that direction. At times it felt like an MMO, the generic, go kill this many people, go save this many people, blah, blah, blah. They shot your family, get over it. Mafia The Old Country is set to release sometime in 2025, and I'd say it'll probably have about mixed reviews, but nevertheless, I still do look forward to it because your boy is a sucker for Mafia type stories. Borderlands, oh Borderlands. Honestly, they have been receiving a lot of lows over the past years. Borderlands 3 story was garbage. Tiny Tina's Wonderland was an okay game. However, the DLC, bad. And we all know how that movie was. However, I still hold strong for the franchise that I love so much. Borderlands 1 was great, with Borderlands 2 being damn near a perfect game, honestly. I wish Gearbox would go back and really examine what made those games so great. Borderlands 3, as much as I just shit on it, had very good gameplay, don't get me wrong. Not everything was terrible about it. It also had one of the best DLCs and the entire franchise, Psycho Krieg and the fantastic Flustercluck, which is hilarious. Also, I'm not sure how I feel about the Vault Hunters. They look off, I guess would be the best way to describe it. In the trailer, it seems everyone else looked nice and detailed and pristine and clean. What are the kids saying? Very demure, whatever that fucking word is. Anyways, then you see the Vault Hunters and I don't feel any hype or anything else like that for them. If Gearbox pulls from the first two games with the build variety from the third game, they will most likely have a almost masterpiece on their hands. I guess we would just have to wait to find out what happens sometime in 2025. And I just kind of realized I'm going off script here. I just realized I kind of shit all over Borderlands. But I'm here to tell you guys, I really, really, really love the franchise. I promise. Tainted Grail is a game I played a few months ago while browsing Steam. It takes place in King Arthur's universe. He is long dead, and humanity is fucking themselves kind of like right now. A dark fantasy game with a lot of different ways to play. Swords, bows, where are my stealth archers at, elemental magic, summons, etc. Some people compare it to Skyrim, calling it the indie Skyrim. I actually disagree with that statement. Tainted Grail seems like it kind of already has its own identity. When I played it months ago in early access, I never thought, oh, this is Skyrim. Sure, it has some elements of it and probably more Oblivion, in my opinion, but nevertheless, it is its own game. If you would like more information about it, I recommend you guys check out Wolfheart FPS's channel. He does all their developer videos and he has access to dev kits and he really goes into detail about what you can expect from the game. And I honestly think you guys will like it. Expect Tainted Grail sometime in 2025.
Oh, right. Jew. So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place.
It has been 15 years since we had a last good Fable game. I don't count those two shitty spin-off games. I think one of them was for the Kinect when that was a thing. Not much is known about this new Fable game. Some people, myself included, are speculating that it will be a prequel. I wonder if it will actually be a reboot of the franchise. I don't know. I'm iffy about both. Does anybody remember that co-op Fable game? I think it was up to 4 players. or something like that. It came out like 10 years ago, I think. Yeah, don't do that shit again. Co-op is cool and all, don't get me wrong. I'm sure we all love to play with our buddies, but that could have been done way better. I know the trailer got ratioed for whatever reason, but I'm honestly looking forward to playing it. I hope all the quirks that made the previous game special are improved upon. I hope you can actually be an evil person and have those horns grow out of your head. Anybody remember that from Fable 3? You had horns grow out of your head and your wings turned red. More importantly, I hope the story is good. This can be said about all games coming out in the future, not just directed at the new Fable game, but keep real world bullshit politics out of video games. I do not give a f what side it's on. Leave it out of video games. I look forward to playing Fable. It is set to release sometime in 2025.
The continent of Pywell. A land soaked in blood by the battles of those who seek peace and those who seek to shatter it.
Have any of you ever played Black Desert Online? A long time ago, I gave it a chance, but honestly, it wasn't for me. However, Crimson Desert, on the other hand, looks like a game I'd love to play. An open-world RPG, Crimson Desert sees us play as Cliff. I hope I said that name right. Also, real quick, I feel like I say that a lot in my videos. I feel like I suck at saying people's names or just names in general. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Moving on. You play as Cliff, the leader of the Greymanes, and I'll be honest, I don't know who the fuck that is. Last time I heard Greymanes, it was, is it Greymane or is it Battleborn? No, it's game. So I got no clue about any of the lore or how the game ties in together. The combat looks amazing. The few bosses showed off in the trailers and the gameplay looks very interesting. More importantly, I want to ride that dragon. Getting real Shadow of War vibes from that. Based on the trailer, looks like there will be some puzzles and platforming. Seems interesting enough. Just do not make them feel like time wasters or treat me like a child. Looking at you, Dragon Age Veilguard. There is a 52-minute gameplay video on IGN's channel if you guys want to see more of Crimson Desert. It was interesting to see the main character get killed in the beginning of the game. Will there be some kind of mystery magic or whatever that saved us? Well, you and I will have to wait as the game releases sometime in 2025. The most popular mod of all time for Elden Ring is the Seamless Co-op mod. Seamless Co-op is something all of us Souls fans have wanted for years, so, to my surprise, FromSoft decided to make Elden Ring Nightreign have Seamless Co-op, but with 3 people. Why the fuck would you make it a single-player game or a 3-player co-op only? Do you know how hard it is, FromSoft? Do you know how hard it is to make friends nowadays? I don't care if bosses are balanced around 3 players. Let me do 2-player and I'll figure it out. After all, I'm sure there will be many broken builds like there are in Elden Ring. With that little rant over, I am honestly excited for Nightreign. Once I've seen the Nameless King flying around, I may have soiled my jorts, if you know what I mean. I see things from Sekiro, Dark Souls 3, etc. All I ask is you don't make an area like Blighttown, or I will go cry in a corner. You know, part of me thinks that FromSoft saw how popular the randomizer mod is and said, hold my beer. 8 playable classes are available on release, hopefully an Unga Bunga class. I don't have time to cast them sissy boy spells. Just kidding, I love you glass cannons out there. In Nightreign, you have to survive the night, collecting items you find to help you progress. Meanwhile, the circle, a slow-moving fog, is coming to kill you. I bet it's going to be something like Deathblight, that's coming after you. That would be a pretty cool idea. Nothing better than you seeing you or your buddies get impaled once that meter fills up. Some people are thinking this is going to be Elden Ring's Dark Souls 2 moment, and I must confess something to you guys. I like Dark Souls 2.
You need to leave!
I know, so controversial, I know, so brave. Okay, well, except that one boss where you go down there and everything is spitting acid at you, I fucking hated that, dude. Elden Ring Nightreign is set to come out sometime in 2025, and you guys let me know in the comments below if you need a third, because your boy loves his Souls-like games. That does it for this one, guys. I hope... Look at that little dog. Look at him. I be forgetting he's right there sometimes. Look at him. That does it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you did. And let me know in the comments below what games you're looking forward to this year. As always, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. And so will Winston.